Greetings, Highland Oaks. We are so excited to welcome you back home on Sunday, October the 11th at 10 a.m. And we are just ready when you are ready. We wanted to film just a few ways to remind you of what to expect while you're here, as we gather here and worship together, and as we continue to be mindful of our vision, loving, growing, and sending. And this is about doing whatever love requires. So as we enter here into our home, we just want to remind you of a few things. First of all, be sure and bring your mask. Your mask is going to stay on the entire time that you're here, unless you're taking communion or maybe drinking that last sip of coffee while you're here. We want you to keep your mask on. And we also want you to be sure to observe social distancing and staying 6 feet away as much as you can. Also want you to know that there are hand sanitizers all throughout the concourse, so please make use of those. We are so ready to have you back. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's discover how we can regather and be safe together once again. As you'll discover when you come back to Highland Oaks on October the 11th, there's 2 entrances that you can use. There's the cross entrance and there's the chapel entrance. And as you make your way to the worship center, either over by the well or towards the cross entrance, you will find that we have some nice social distancing stickers on the floor, as well as some arrows. Maybe like when you're at the grocery store, or perhaps even when you're walking in the neighborhood, you want to stay on your side of the road. So let's go ahead and enter into the worship center. Before heading into the worship center, just a few more reminders and some items to pick up before you actually head into the worship center. First of all, I want to make you aware that there will be restrooms available here at the cross entrance, at the well entrance, and of course the chapel entrance. Also, if you need handicapped access to the worship center, be sure to use the doors immediately to the side of either one of the entrances at the well or here at the cross. Before we go into worship, I need you to grab a few things. First of all, we have individual communion supplies. Please grab one or as many as you need for your family. And just a reminder, refrain from touching any and all of them, just the ones that you're going to use. We'll also have offering baskets available for those of you who choose to give in that way. Finally, if you have small children and you would like for them to have a busy bag, Miss Marla has created some wonderful praise packs. They will have activities and different things for your children to do while I preach, and in case they get bored or they want to fall asleep during the sermon. Be sure and grab that. Are you ready to head back into the worship center? I am sure ready to see you. Let's head on in and cover a few more things. As you enter into this familiar space, it's going to look a lot like, well, what you used to sit in, with one exception: the plastic on the seats. We hope this communicates our safety and concern, and especially our respect for those of you that might have some compromised immune systems. Bottom line is we just want to do whatever love requires, and today, love requires us to be very, very cautious. And of course, as we begin our worship service, we're going to ask you to put your mask on and to leave your mask on. Yes, even while we sing, even during the sermon, and even as you exit. And I know it's inconvenient, but once again, this is really the way we're going to embody loving, growing, and being sent as disciples of Jesus. So Highland Oaks, when the final amen is said, we'll have a shepherd's blessing and have a sending by one of our ministers, as we do every single Sunday. But before you leave, be sure to pick up any trash, including your used communion supplies. Be sure to place your offering in one of the baskets if you didn't have a chance to give online. And we're going to invite you to make your way to the parking lot as quickly as possible, because visiting outside is safer than staying here and visiting inside. Plus, God has blessed us this week with such beautiful weather, and we can't wait to see what God has in store when we do gather back together again. So when you're ready, Highland Oaks, come on back home. We'll be here to receive you with open arms. See you soon.